Hello, good day to you. Saturday today, 21st November. And I went to my local town today. Not where I live, but the other town. It's about 6 miles. Had to go shopping, had to go to Iceland. There's two here. There's got one that way and one that way. So I went that way for a change. It's about the same size store, so it's not going to give me any more stuff. But I had to get some frozen freezer stuff, so that's why. And while I was there, I had a little look round. I also went into various shops, such as Wilko's. Yeah, they got somebody on the door there, young girl, with the old face nappy, going, "Hello, don't forget, we've got some hand sanitizer for you that you can use, and also don't forget social distancing." Yeah, okay, thank you. So, but the amount of people in there, in that shop, it was quite busy. I mean, I've seen it busier, but it was quite busy. So I had to go in there to get a filter for my water filter for my jug, because it was not working anymore. So I had to get that. Obviously, being essential, because I have filtered water. So went in there, bought that. You have to. Oh yeah, the other thing was, she said, "We would like you to, when you get to the tills, we'd like you to use your card. No cash." I'm thinking, here we go, no cash. They've started doing that, have they? So they'll be trying to get rid of cash again. Well, not again, but getting rid of cash in all the shops. So looking at the shops that were shut, there was quite a few. It was surprisingly and very annoyingly, my Halifax bank was actually had a sign on the door saying that they were shut on Saturdays. Bit annoying. So they're only open 9:30 till 3:30, Monday to Friday. Now I'm thinking, 3:30. They used to shut at 3:30 many years ago, and then they started opening it till 5 or 5:30, like a normal shop. So they've gone back to that. It's very inconvenient, because normally I wouldn't be able to go into town on a weekday. So they're forcing me to do my banking in the weekdays or online. Obviously, I don't mind about online, because I have online anyway. But if you want to pay in something, then you physically have to go there in the weekday. So looking around, there was Greg's was doing takeaway stuff. There was the pound shop was open. Don't know that that's essential. There was, surprisingly, O2 was shut, but Vodafone was open. Interesting. Don't know how they make out that they're essential, but they are. They were O2, my supplier, was shut. Who else is there? Obviously Iceland. The other shops, the closed shops were all shut. The charity shop was shut. There was a Superdrug which was open, and of course they were all lining up at the doorway with their hand sanitizer, every single one going in there. I'll be honest with you, I haven't done any of that ever, even at the very beginning. I bought some, which I then later discovered was antibacterial stuff, so it's absolutely no good for viruses. So it's on my shelf in my kitchen. Don't get me wrong, I do wash my hands with soap, antibacterial soap, and water, hot water. So it's not as if I don't wash my hands, I do, but and I'm very conscious about where I put my hands as well. So if I touch something, I tend to try not to touch me with it. Just in case, you can't tell, and there's no harm in being safe. But I'm not going to go through this whole ritual of hand sanitising every time I go into a bloody shop, because basically my hands are on my scooter. So I rarely pick up things and touch things. I don't really have to do that. What else was open? Oh, there was a coffee shop, big sort of coffee shop right in the middle that was shut. Very sad. What else was there? Oh, I had to go into Specsavers. I've been told by my GP to get an eye test. So they said it's a ludicrous situation. They've got barriers at the doorway, so you can't go into the shop. The people in there are waiting for eye tests, I presume. But then all the staff are still around with their welder's masks and their muzzles, and they come up to you, and you're waiting outside in the basically in the mall outside, and basically there's no privacy there. So, and also when you're trying to, for me, I don't know about anybody else, but I find it very difficult to understand people when they put their muzzles on. So I'm sort of trying to concentrate very hard on what they're saying, because it is very, I don't know why I do it, but I tend to look at their facial and their mouth and try to judge, but you can't see it, of course, because they've got muzzles on. So it was very difficult. I had to keep on saying, I'm sorry, I can't understand you, which obviously made me seem a bit rude and difficult, but nothing I can do about it. I mean, she could have took it off, but hey, they're not allowed. And the amount of people lining up behind me, obviously you can hear every word I'm saying. So I have a optician's appointment in a week and a bit of time. So to go and test my eyesight, because even though I had it done a year ago, the GP seems to think I need to have it done because of this headache thing that's been going on with the left side here, left side front and rear of my head. But I still maintain it is sleep apnea, which, I don't know, every time I mention it to the GP, if I can get to see him, it's like, oh, okay, whatever. You know, it's like, whatever. Not even interested. Not even interested in sort of investigating that option. I mean, I get really annoyed with the medical processes, because it's like, oh, you've got high blood pressure. All right, have a pill. But when you look at it, if you have something, there's a reason for it. They're not even interested in investigating it. And I know lots of people that I've asked, they say, oh, I'm on blood pressure tablets now. I said, but did they not investigate why you've got high blood pressure? Oh, no. They just said, take these. Of course they will, because it's a pharmaceutical profit. And I'm not in for that. I'm not into taking pills. The point is that you couldn't be able to do it naturally, and you can. But when you have a medical problem such as that, which is sleep apnea, it does cause high blood pressure. It does. It is well documented. And it's putting a lot of strain on the heart. So that will boost up. And it also makes perfect sense for me, because I am always tired. I'm always like having to have a nap in the afternoon. Constantly, I get out of bed and I'm tired before I even get out of bed. And I have a pain in my body where I'm turning over in the night time. And I know for a fact that I snore. I've been told that many times by various people. You snore. And it's only really when I'm on my back. Now I need to be able to avoid that. But lately I seem to be having these episodes where I'm sleeping deeply and then I suddenly wake up and I've got this thick head, this blinding sort of head, and I'm breathing quite strongly and my heart's pulsing, which obviously these are all signs of sleep apnea. So I've decided to purchase from Amazon a little testing device that I can wear, and I'm going to do some testing on it. I know it's a lot of money to pay out if it's not that, but at least with that Amazon, I could probably use it for a month and then send it back if I need to. And when you look at it, if it is apnea, I can take it to the GP and say, look, I've done my own tests. It is that. I need to get some treatment for it. I mean, basically the only treatment that you can have is either a face mask, air machine that helps you breathe at night time, and it records your levels, your CO2 and your O2 levels, and it's actually forces air into your lungs. My dad has one. I'm not sure if this runs in the family, but certainly it's coincidental anyway that most of the stuff that he and my mum had, I've got. So it's, it is very much, I think, runs in the family, hereditary. As far as I don't know if that's true or not, but it could well be. Certainly, it's serious, and you can die from it. Certainly, so I need to get it sorted out. And of course, it would explain probably 90% of my health issues at the moment, with the tiredness and the headaches and and all of the other stuff that's going on. Certainly, I have actually last week I decided that the nurse that I saw said, "Oh, do you think it would be the headaches are maybe a medication overdose, like you're taking too much, or it's built up over time?" And I said, probably, because I do take quite a lot, so I have cut down, and I do 6, 12 and 6, so 3 times instead of 4, and so far, touch wood, I seem to be a lot better. Most of my pains have gone, which is not surprising, seeing that it's making your kidneys and your livers and your everything else work harder. Pain in my lower back seems to have eased off, and my other bits and pieces that were achy, they seem to have disappeared. So that could be by reducing 2 codeine per day. It seems like temporarily I might have found a solution to that little issue. But of course now we have to deal with the other sleep apnea thing. And looking at, you've got Next, and you've got other shops there in the high street. You've got Argos, which is doing click and collect. I do wonder how some of these shops get away with it, because I can't see that some of these things are essential, but they obviously can find a way around it. And personally, for me, I think they should all open and say, up yours, mate. Because I can see that some of these businesses are not going to be there when it does finally get back to normal. But it is very sad. The high street and the town and the mall they're not deserted because there are people in there, but the shops are shut. It is very, very sad. Right, so that's it. I'm just going to get on with doing stuff around the house, and then I've got the live stream later on. Right, I'll catch you later. Next video. Bye for now.